Hi, Katerina here. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so excited this weekend. I have my girlies here from Muskoka. Right now they're outside with their studies, and like I do when I'm up north, I bring them scones with cappuccino, and I have two wonderful recipes for scones. They're absolutely out of this world and foolproof, easy, and I think you will love them. So let's get started. I've named these cranberry scones CR cranberry scones. Okay, we're going to start with 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of full-fat yogurt. Okay, now I'm just going to mix this. Put this aside in another bowl. 1 egg at room temperature. Very important to have it at room temperature. To this egg mixture, I'm going to add half a cup of granulated sugar. To the egg mixture, I'm going to add the zest of a lemon. Okay, here I have a 1/4 cup of melted butter, but it's very important that it's cooled, and it is cooled. Now I'm going to add it to my egg mixture. I just preheated my oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to add the egg mixture to the flour mixture. Okay, now I have a cup of frozen cranberries. I find that the frozen ones work the best. Okay, now I'm going to just give it a really good mix. Oh, I just love getting my hands into flour. There's nothing like your hands. Mixing everything up beautifully. You got to work a little fast because you don't want the cranberries to start thawing. Perfect. I put some bench flour down. I'm going to put my cranberry dough down. It's all been mixed beautifully. About 1.5 inches. So I'm going to start cutting. I like to make big scones. These ones I'm going to make a circle. Okay, so I have just pushed it all back together. Measure again down to 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and keep cutting. I'm not putting anything on top of my scones because once they're baked and cooled, I'll be glazing them. So they're going to be going into the oven for 15 minutes. Okay, my cranberry scones are cooling. So now we're going to start with my CR blueberry scones. They're the best. Cup of rye flour. Cup all-purpose flour. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to set the flour mixture aside, and I'm going to start with the wet ingredients. 1/2 cup of whipping cream. 1 cup of milk. 1 egg. Unlike the other scone recipe, this recipe, everything has to be cold. From the cream to the milk, to the eggs, to the vanilla, everything has to be cold. Even the butter. 1 spoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of sugar. Here I have 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, very cold, and diced into little squares. This is what's going to burst once the scones go in the oven and make it very flaky. So I'm going to add this to the flour. Doing this, and so now with your hands, make sure they're clean. you're going to go inside the butter and you're just going to pinch the little pieces of butter. That's all you're going to do is just pinch, mix, pinch, mix. I love doing this. You know when it's done? When the butter they look like little pebbles. So just keep pinching until you create little pebbles. My little Prada watching me bake and cook. She's never more than 2 feet away from me. Okay, so now I'm just going to add the wet mixture to the dry mixture. Okay, so everything's mixed. Now I'm going to very slowly add the blueberry, I'm using fresh blueberries, but of course you can use frozen ones. I'm doing it slowly because I don't want to crush them. That's the last of 1 cup of blueberries. They have to work quickly because you don't want the butter to melt. These ones I'm going to make square, about 1.5 inches thick. Oh, look beautiful. The scones are ready. Now I'm going to get some cream. I'm just going to wash my hands. Put the whipped cream now just on the top. If you put the cream on the sides of the scone, they won't grow. So just put it on the top, the cream, whipping cream. Sprinkle these with sanding sugar that you can get at any specialty shop. Now if you don't have sanding sugar, you can use regular sugar. My oven has been preheated at 375. I'm going to put my scones in there for approximately 20 minutes. Okay, my cranberry scones have cooled. Look how beautiful they are. Now we're just going to make an icing for them. In here I have 1/2 cup of icing sugar and the zest of 1 lemon. And I'm just going to start adding the juice of a lemon slowly until I get the thickness that I like, and just keep mixing. This is the consistency I like. You can go thicker or you can go more water. It depends on what you like, but this is what I like. Okay, let's get started. Oh. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, I'm finished. Now we're just going to let these dry and wait for the other scones to come out of the oven. My scones are ready. They came out perfect. They're so delicious. And it just came to our attention that Mauro, Lorenzo's assistant, used to be a barista. So guess who's making the cappuccinos? So my little girlies are going to be very surprised. It's almost 4 o'clock. I'm going to go outside. We're going to take a break. Enjoy my scones with a cappuccino. I hope you will try these recipes. They're wonderful. It's Katerina from my home to yours.